Hello everyone and welcome to the Fried Eggplant channel where we read stuff and react to it. For this video, we will delve into r/stupid questions and I will attempt to answer stupid questions seriously like the nerd that I am. If you like this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting on what you think. Without further ado, let us begin. For the first question, if a tree falls in an empty forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? This is quite a popular question, and here is my answer. Well, it does. The vibrations the falling tree makes make sound waves, which means it does make a sound. No one simply hears it. The correct sentence in this case would go something like, a tree falls in a forest and makes a sound, but no one hears it. Next question. What gender is the rook in chess? My answer? The starting rooks can either be female or male, but promoted pawns that turn into rooks are always female. This is because a pawn can become queen, which means all pawns must be female. As such, all rooks that were formerly pawns are female. Funny thing, the reason why this has become my answer is because I have seen a meme where it describes that the game of chess is basically just a harem war between two kings, and that really cracked me up. Next, do you have to be a weeb in order to learn Japanese? So to those who don't know, a weeb is someone who likes Japanese stuff or Japanese anime so much to the point that they'd rather denounce their original culture, original heritage, and wishes that they could have been Japanese instead. Well, of course not. However, I would argue that being a weeb or something less like simply liking anime and Japan in general is a good motivator for learning Japanese. I am speaking from experience, by the way, because I too like Japan and anime. And I'm also learning Japanese. And next question on the same topic. Which Asian country do you want to travel to? Japan. Like what I answered in another question, I am currently learning Japanese and would want to go to Japan one day. Next question. Why wasn't Fast 10 named Fasten Your Seatbelts? Well, it is a very sad missed opportunity indeed. I wonder why they didn't do it. Next question. Bumping into someone who blocked you. Have you ever bumped into someone that blocked you previously? If so, tell me about the experience. I don't think this is a stupid question, but I'll answer anyways. It's not much of an epic meeting. A former classmate had blocked me in Facebook due to me actively hating a game that was popular at that time. We bumped into each other sometime later walking opposite paths, and we just acknowledged each other's presence with a common head gesture that translates to something like, yo! And we continued walking away. And lastly, how do I make any music outside the key of C? Well, this is actually in my expertise. My answer? This question implies the fact that you can make music in the key of C, and that's good enough of a foundation. There are at least two ways that you can do this. First, you can continue creating music in the key of C from start to finish. If you're using something like MuseScore or other note annotating software, you can simply use its built-in transposition option to raise or lower the song's key, and the software should most likely take care of it for you. Unfortunately, this way is not effective long-term as it might affect your potential. That's why for the second way, I heavily suggest that you learn how to read sheet music, especially the piano notation. This way, you will realize that everything is basically the key of C, but just different notes. For example, the key of D flat major, the key with 5 flats in sheet music, is literally just the key of C, but you start with the first black key, which is also D flat, as C. When you master those keys, you can use your knowledge in creating music in C and carry on without much adjustment. I actually want to delve more on this, but sadly this is not the place for that, so thank you so much for listening to this video. If you would like more future content, please consider liking it subscribing, and commenting on what you think. I'll see you in the next video.